Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel John Lewis 3D Learning. In this presentation we are going to see 10th standard chemistry percentage composition. So calculation of the percentage of an element or water in a compound. See, already we have learned how to calculate the molecular weight of a compound based on its molecular formula. And from the molecular formula we know already how to find out its molecular weight, and after finding out the molecular weight we can find out the percentage of every. So first let us calculate the percentage of phosphorus in calcium phosphate. First of all we should know the formula for calcium phosphate. So Ca3PO4 twice. Already we have learned how to write the molecular formulas, and based on the symbols, valencies, and how to write the molecular formula, you know various steps to write the molecular formula from their symbols and valencies. So you should get the formula correctly, and then we need to find out its molecular weight, for which we should know their atomic weights. So here are the atomic weights given. Atomic weight of calcium is 40, phosphorus is 31, and oxygen is 16. Now we need to find out its molecular weight first in order to find out the percentage of phosphorus in calcium. Okay, what is the formula of calcium phosphate? Here I have given, but in the examination they will give you only in words. Therefore you should know how to write the formula correctly. So Ca3PO4 twice, that is equal to how many calcium, how many phosphorus, how many oxygens? 3 calcium, PO4 twice, therefore 2 phosphorus, and oxygen is 4, it is twice, therefore 2 into 4, 8 oxygen. Therefore the molecular formula of calcium phosphate will be Ca3P2O8. Now the weight of calcium is equal to, what is the atomic weight of calcium? 40. How many calciums are there? 3. Therefore 40 into 3, that is equal to 120 grams. Next, the weight of phosphorus is equal to, what is the weight of phosphorus? It is 31. Atomic weight is 31. But how many phosphorus are there? 2 phosphorus are there. Therefore 31 into 2, that is equal to 62 grams. And next one, the weight of oxygen. What is the atomic weight of oxygen? That is 16. Already we know atomic weight of oxygen is 16. How many oxygens are there in the compound? 8 oxygens are there. Therefore 16 into 8, that is equal to 128 grams. So if you sum up all these things, you will get the molecular weight of calcium phosphate in the very first place. So what is the weight? 310 grams. This is the molecular weight of calcium phosphate. But what we need to find out? We need to find out the percentage of phosphorus in this compound. Okay, now after finding out molecular weight, what we are supposed to do? So the weight of calcium phosphate, that is the molecular weight of calcium phosphate, is equal to 310 grams. The weight of phosphorus in calcium phosphate, how much we got? 62 grams, am I right? The weight of phosphorus is 62 grams, because the formula is P2, therefore 31 into 2 is 62 grams. From this what we understand? 310 grams of calcium phosphate has 62 grams of phosphorus. But percentage means for how much we need to find out? 100. Therefore 100 gram of calcium phosphate will have how many grams of phosphorus? What we need to do? We have to multiply 100 into 62 divided by 310. So 100 into 62 divided by 310 grams. So if you do this calculation, we will get what? So 0 and 0 get cancelled, and 31 will go 2 times in 62. Therefore 2 into 10 will be equal to 20. So 20%. This is what is the percentage of phosphorus in calcium phosphate. Hope you understood this. First we need to find out the molecular weight of the compound. Then what we need to do? In the total molecular weight is 310 gram here, out of which the weight of phosphorus alone is 62. For 310 the weight of phosphorus is 62. Therefore for 100, how much it will be? That will be the percentage of phosphorus. Hope you understood this one, and based on this we will do some more or few more sums. So calculate, the second sum is calculate the percentage of water of crystallization in hydrated copper sulfate. So 5 water molecules are added in copper sulfate. We know already what is the formula of copper sulfate, CuHSO4, and 5 water molecules are added, so dot 5H2O. So the atomic weight of copper is 63.5, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. So that is all given in the sum itself. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out the percentage of the water of crystallization, that is 5H2O percentage is how much in this copper sulfate dot 5H2O. First what we need to find out? We need to find out the molecular weight of hydrated copper sulfate. So the formula of hydrated copper sulfate is equal to CuSO4 dot 5H2O. So the weight of copper is equal to, what is the atomic weight of copper? 63.5. How many copper is there? Only 1. Therefore 63.5 into 1 is equal to 63.5 gram. So next one, the weight of sulfur is equal to, atomic weight of sulfur is given as 32 here in the sum. Atomic weight of sulfur is given as 32. How many sulfurs in this formula? Only 1. Therefore 32 into 1 is equal to 32 grams. Next one, the weight of oxygen in copper sulfate. So don't take it fully. In water also there are some oxygen, and in copper sulfate is also there are some oxygen, but don't put them together because we want to find out the percentage of water of crystallization. Therefore we will find out the weight of water separately. Therefore here we find out only this oxygen separately here. Therefore the weight of oxygen in copper sulfate is equal to, atomic weight of oxygen is 16, already we know, otherwise it is given in the sum here. And then how many oxygens are there in copper sulfate? 4. Therefore that will be equal to 16 into 4 is equal to 64 grams. Okay, then now we need to find out the weight of water separately. Only then we can find out its percentage. So the weight of 5 water molecules in copper sulfate 5H2O is equal to 5 into, what is the atomic weight of hydrogen? 1. How many hydrogens are there? 2. Therefore 1 into 2. Then oxygen is 16. Atomic weight of oxygen is 16. How many oxygen is there? 1. Therefore 16 into 1, 16. And hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 16. Therefore if you sum up, you will get 18 grams. That will be the weight of one water molecule. But how many water molecules are there? 5 water molecules are there. Therefore what will be the weight of water here? 5 into 18 or 18 into 5 is equal to 90 grams. So now what is the total weight of this? That is equal to 249.5 grams. What is this? This is what is the molecular weight of the hydrated copper sulfate. See, the total weight of hydrated copper sulfate is 249.5. Out of which, what is the weight of water molecule alone? The 5 water molecules weight is 90 gram. For 249, it is 100. Therefore, for 100, how much it will be? That will be the percentage. For 249.5, what is the weight of water molecule? 90 grams. Percentage means for 100, we need to find out. Therefore, for 100, how much it will be present? That we will see it in the next page. So, the weight of copper sulfate 5H2O is equal to 249.5 grams. The weight of 5 water molecules in copper sulfate 5H2O is 90 gram. That means what? 249.5 grams of copper sulfate has 90 grams of water. Therefore, percentage means for how much we need to find out? 100 gram. Therefore, 100 grams of copper sulfate 5H2O will have, what we need to do? 100 into, so what we need to do here? We need to multiply this 100 into 90 divided by 249.5. So 100 into 90 divided by 249.5 grams. If you do this calculation, you will get 36.07. What is this? This is the percentage of water present in copper sulfate dot 5H2O. So the percentage of 5H2O in copper sulfate dot 5H2O is 36.07%. Hope you understood this. Let us work out one more sum. So calculate the percentage of nitrogen in urea. This is very often asked in the board examination. Calculate the percentage of nitrogen in urea. First of all, we should know the formula for urea. NH2 bond CO bond NH2. So you learn this very thoroughly. Remember them by heart. What is the formula of urea? NH2 CO NH2. So we should know the atomic weight. It is given in the sum itself. Atomic weight of nitrogen is 14, hydrogen is 1, carbon is 12, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. See, for all these elements, you should know the atomic weights also by heart. So we need not depend on the question. Even if it is not given, we should be able to work out by learning them and remembering them. Okay. So what is the formula of urea? NH2CO NH2. So if you count, how many nitrogens are there? 1 plus 1, 2 nitrogens, 1 carbon, 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogens. So 2 nitrogen, 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogens, one carbon and one oxygen, N2H4CO we can write. So one carbon and one oxygen. Okay, now we need to find out its molecular weight. So first of all, let's find out the weight of nitrogen. The weight of nitrogen is equal to 14 into 2 is equal to 28 grams. Atomic weight of nitrogen is 14. There are 2 nitrogens, therefore 14 into 2, 28. Similarly, the weight of hydrogen is equal to, atomic weight is 1. There are 4 hydrogens in it. Therefore, 1 into 4 is equal to 4 grams. The weight of carbon, atomic weight of carbon is 12. There is only 1 carbon. Therefore, 12 into 1 is equal to 12 grams. Next one, the weight of oxygen is equal to, atomic weight of oxygen is 16. We already know, we have worked out in many sums. And number of oxygen is only 1 here. Therefore, 16 into 1 is equal to 16 grams. So, if you sum up, you will get the molecular weight of urea. So, how much it is? 60 gram. This is the molecular weight of urea. Out of 60 grams, what is the weight of nitrogen? 28 grams. Therefore, for 100, how much it will be? That will be the percentage of nitrogen. So, let us see that calculation in the next slide. So, the weight of urea is equal to 60 gram. The weight of nitrogen, how much it was? It was 28 grams. Therefore, 60 grams of urea has how many grams of nitrogen? 20 grams of nitrogen. So, percentage means for how much we need to find out? For 100. Therefore, 100 gram of urea will have 100 into 28 divided by 60. 100 multiplied by 28 divided by 60. Therefore, that is equal to 100 multiplied by 28 divided by 60. That is equal to, if you do the calculation, you will get 46.66%. What is this? This is the percentage of nitrogen in urea. So, this question is very often asked in the board examination. So, learn it very thoroughly. You try to work out on your own. See, all the sums have been asked in the board examination, but urea had been asked several times. That's it. So, work out on your own. Try to find out correctly. Okay, let us work out one last sum. Calculate the percentage of water in washing soda. Calculate the percentage of water in washing soda. So, what is the formula of washing soda? Na2CO3 10H2O. We need to find out the percentage of 10H2O here. Therefore, we need to find out the weight of 10 water separately here. Okay, atomic weight of sodium 23, carbon 12, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1. Even if the weights are not given, you should know by heart. Okay, so now let us work out. The formula of washing soda is, that is sodium carbonate crystal is equal to Na2CO3 10H2O. So, what is the weight of sodium? Atomic weight is 23. There are 2 sodiums. Therefore, 23 into 2 is equal to 46 gram. Next one is carbon. So, the weight of carbon is equal to, atomic weight is 12. There is only 1 carbon here. Only 1 carbon. Therefore, 12 into 1 is equal to 12 gram. Next is oxygen. Oxygen is present in 2 places, in water and sodium carbonate. But we take the weight of oxygen in sodium carbonate separately and weight of water together there, because we want to find out the percentage of water together. Therefore, let us not take this oxygen present in water. We take only the oxygen present here. Okay, the weight of oxygen in sodium carbonate. How many oxygen? 3. What is the atomic weight of oxygen? 16. Therefore, 16 into 3 is equal to 48 grams. Now, we find out the weight of water separately. What is the weight of one water molecule? Hydrogen 1 atomic weight, 1 into 2 is 2. Then oxygen is 16 into 1, 16. Therefore, 2 plus 16 is equal to 18. So, molecular weight of water is 18. So, you should know this. You should not go on working out in every sum. So, once you learn it, molecular weight of water is 18. So, you can use it for any other sum later. So, now 10 water molecules. Therefore, 10 into 18 will be 180. So, the weight of 10 water molecules in Na2CO3.10H2O is equal to 10 into 1 into 2 plus 16 into, sorry, here it should be 16 into 1. It is not 2. It should be 16 into 1. So, I have written it wrongly here, 16 into 2. It should be 1. Okay. So, 1 into 2 plus 16 into 1, that is 18. So, 18 into 10 is equal to 180 gram. 180 grams. Therefore, if you sum up everything, what is the total weight you get? 286 gram. What is this? This is the molecular weight of the washing soda. See, out of 286 grams of washing soda, what is the weight of water? 180 grams. Majority is water weight only. Out of 286, 180 grams are water only. Therefore, for 100, how much that will be? If you find out that, that will be the percentage of water in washing soda. So, what is the weight of sodium carbonate 10H2O? That is 286 gram. What is the weight of 10 water molecules present in it? That is equal to 180 gram. That means what? 286 grams of washing soda has 180 grams of water. Therefore, 100 percentage means we need to find out for 100. Therefore, 100 grams of washing soda will have 100 into 180 divided by 286. Therefore, that is equal to 100 into 180 divided by 286. If you do this calculation, you will get 62.94%. What is this? This is the percentage of water in washing soda. That is equal to 62.94%. Hope you understood how to work out, how we can calculate all these things. So you know the steps. What you need to do is, you need to take the sum, work out on your own. Understanding is one part, and doing it by yourself and getting the correct answer is a very important part. Okay. Now try yourself. I have given you some sums here, 5 sums for you to try yourself. Calculate the percentage of iron in the following compounds. I have given 5 different compounds, all have iron, and you need to find out the percentage of iron in each compound. So this is a first one is ferric oxide, second one is ferrous sulfate, and third one is potassium ferrocyanide. So this kind of molecular formula is not there in our syllabus. Therefore, they have given the molecular formula itself. So never mind whatever the name of the compound, but from the molecular formula we will be able to find out its molecular weight, and then we can find out the weight of nitrogen. This had been, all these problems had been asked in the previous board examinations. I have not given simply randomly. I have taken from 2001 to 2019. In last 19 years, what all the various questions asked, from that I have taken all these questions. And fourth one is iron 3 chloride, and fifth one is iron 2 nitrate. So you can pause the video here, work out the sums, all the 5 sums, and then you can come back and you can continue watching the video so that you can get the answers. In the next slide, I have given you the answers. But before that, please pause the video here, work out yourself. And here is the list of atomic weights for all the elements which we will come across in this question. If you know them by heart, that's very good. Otherwise, you can take it from here. Okay, now you can pause the video and you can work out. Hope you have worked out and you have got 5 different answers for all the 5 sums. Okay, now what is the formula of ferric oxide, Fe2O3, in which the percentage of iron is 70. Ferrous sulfate is FeSO4, the percentage of iron is 36.8. This one, already the formula is given, and the percentage of iron is 15.2 here. And this is ferric chloride, FeCl3. The percentage of iron here is 40.6. In iron 2 nitrate, FeNO3 twice, the percentage of iron is 31.1%. If you got all the 5 correct, very good. If not, never mind, you work out one more time and work out correctly again. So if you got the, I think if you got the formula correctly, you would have got everything correct. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching. Kindly share with your friends if you like this. Until we meet next time, bye bye children.